Yo, what's going on YouTube? Welcome back to yet another real versus fake video. Today I'm going to be teaching you how to spot a fake Canada Goose Chilliwack Bomber jacket. If you want to have a look at the real one in more detail, make sure to click the link in the top right hand corner. In the same place, I'm also going to leave a link to the previous Canada Goose real versus fake video I did a while ago, so make sure you check both of them out. But for now, let's get into this one. First up, we're going to look at the Canada Goose logo patch on the arm. What you want to do, other than making sure the colours and the embroidery are both on point, is look at the alignment of the words and the leaves. If you look at the fake, the leaves are actually touching the red edge of the circle, and it shouldn't be like this. You should have like an even space around the edge of the words. So if you spot any kinds of issues with the alignment, then that's usually a red flag, as are poor stitching and embroidery as well. If you want to see more examples of how to differentiate between a real and fake Canada Goose patch, head over to Instagram at CloserLookOfficial. Every so often I'll post up a few guides on there giving you a few tips and whatnot, so you might find that useful. Next up, we're going to look at the fur, and as you know, on genuine Canada Goose jackets, the fur they use is actually real coyote fur. The colours in this fur are more varied, and it has a completely different texture to what you're going to see in a lot of the fakes, which tend to do a poor job of replicating this. So I definitely advise you to have a look at the fur, because it's one of the details that always seems to help quite a lot. You might also want to have a closer look at the metal fastening detail on the hood. On the real one, the metal had more of a brushed and matte finish. The engraving was also very clear. If we move on to the fake, what you're going to see is that the metal is a bit shinier and the engraving is less clear. On the bottom left pocket on the front of the jacket, there's a sewn on Canada Goose label. Here you want to make sure that the Canada Goose is aligned properly, the font is correct, and the label itself is positioned correctly on the pocket. As you can see on the fake, the Canada Goose wording isn't in the middle of the label, and the label itself is also too high up. Tags are quite hard to talk on because they change over time. Also, a lot of the fake tags you see today are copies of either previous or current authentic ones, so you can't really judge a product's authenticity just by looking at the tag alone unless it's ridiculously obvious. In this particular situation, the fake tag looks darker than the real one, but this might not always be the case because I have seen authentic Canada Goose jackets come with the darker looking tags before. So what I would say is that if you are planning to use the tags to legit check, just make sure you are looking at more than one detail, because the tags alone definitely won't be enough. Like I was saying with the tags, neck labels are something else that have also changed over time, and it's possible that an authentic Canada Goose jacket that you own has a label that looks more similar to the fake one here, at least in relation to the wording. Having said that, you can still tell which one is fake in this situation because the alignment of the Canada in the badge logo is off and the lettering on the size label is incorrect in relation to both font and boldness. On the real one, what you're going to see is the difference in wording. I'm just going to have to assume this is something they're adding to the newer models, but all in all, like I've said, you just need to make sure that the fonts are correct, the alignment is good, and that on the whole there's just nothing dodgy looking about the label. The zippers used to be quite a good detail to look at, but that isn't the case anymore. They are pretty much the same. There is a slight difference in the size and the shape of the zippers, but unless you have a real one to compare to in hand, this probably isn't going to help you that much. Lastly, here are the lower labels on the inside. You want to make sure that the colours are correct and the Canada Goose patch is the correct size. You also want to look out for missing details, so if you look on the white label of the fake next to where it says size, you can see that the letter is actually missing. And then lastly, you want to check that the hologram is correctly positioned relative to the down association label. It should cover it up quite a bit. And then you'll also want to make sure that the sticker itself is well aligned on its own label. That sums up all the tips I've got for you in this video. I hope you find it useful. If you have, make sure to leave a like, make sure to comment, subscribe to my channel, and I'm going to see you lot again on the next video.